This is the first time I've been unable to think of a skit to do before the video starts, so hi guys, hope you're doing well, enjoy this. GSC-UU Magneton is a bit of a mixed bag. It simultaneously has incredible traits and abysmal ones. Magneton is the only legal Steel type in GSC-UU, which grants it resistances to an immense number of types, but this combined with its electric typing leaves it with a 4 times ground weakness. It has a high special attack stat and powerful stab moves, but no way to threaten ground types outside of hidden power. It checks top tier Pokemon like Mr. Mime, Haunter, Hypno, Mono Granbull, and Gyarados, but it's hard countered by Nidoqueen. Magneton remains a decent Pokemon, but it's something you need to build around rather than slap it on teams. On the teams Magneton does fit though, it works quite well. Magneton is able to check some of the most dangerous Pokemon in the tier, while posing an offensive threat of its own. Magneton used to be a very popular option in GSC-UU, but it fell off in the late 2010s, before resurfacing in 2022. Magneton is one of the 3 main Normal Resists in this tier, alongside Haunter and Omastar. A Normal Resist is needed on every team due to Granbull, and Magneton is a great counter to its mono sets, though it is the worst Normal Resist against Hidden Power ground variants. Magneton still faces competition from other electric types though. Lantern and Ampharos both outclass it in certain roles. Magneton can be an awkward Pokemon to build with due to its flaws. Now I will cover Magneton's stats, typing, movesets, and its effect on the metagame. Magneton's most standout and valuable trait is its typing. Steel is a powerful defensive typing, and Magneton is the only Steel type in GSC-UU. Steel resists Psychic, Normal, and Flying, which are all common attacking types. Since Magneton is part Electric, it also resists Electric. Magneton is the only Pokemon in GSC-UU who resists both Psychic and Thunder, which is a common attacking combination used by several top Pokemon, including Mr. Mime, Haunter, and Electabuzz. Magneton also resists Normal, making it one of the few Pokemon who can check Mono Granbull. Unlike other Normal Resists, like Haunter and Omastar, Magneton is actually good against Psychic types. Mono Granbull, Haunter, and Mr. Mime are 3 of the hardest Pokemon to prep for in GSC-UU, so this is a very valuable niche. Magneton is the best counter to Haunter, a Pokemon famously uncounterable due to Explosion in the tier. It resists Psychic, Explosion, and Thunderbolt, while smacking the ghost with Thunder. Magneton's Normal Resistance also lets it tank Explosion from Pokemon like Haunter and Electrode, and counter Mono Curse users like Hypno and Wigglytuff. Magneton checks a wide variety of Pokemon in general, including Gyarados, Qwilfish, non-hidden Power Ground Dodrio, and Kadabra. Magneton has a number of opportunities to come in on Pokemon like Hypno, Haunter, and Granbull, and then it can fire off its attacks or rest if its HP is low. Many offensive teams struggle to hurt it outside of their ground type, or a physical attacker that runs Hidden Power Ground, like Scyther or Pinsir. While these physical attackers can threaten Magneton, they certainly aren't good switch-ins. Magneton is tied with Kadabra as the Pokemon with the highest special attack stat in GSC-UU. Magneton also learns high base power stab moves in Thunder and Thunderbolts. Very few Pokemon can switch into Magneton due to its sheer strength. With Thunder, Magneton 2-KOs Pokemon neutral to Electric like Granbull, Mr. Mime, and Pinsir. Magneton also outspeeds and 3-KOs Hypno, the tier's premier special tank, which is a major advantage over other electric types. Thunder also hits the tier's numerous water and flying types super effectively. Gyarados, Scyther, Blastoise, Slowbro, and Qwilfish all get ravaged by Magneton's Thunder. Magneton's speed is also strangely decent, outpacing Pokemon like Lantern, Hypno, and Piloswine. Magneton is decent at switching into water types and threatening them out, though its mediocre special defense and HP make it worse at this when compared to other electric types. Magneton's most common set is a Rest Talk set with Thunder and Hidden Power Water. Hidden Power Water is crucial on Magneton because of Piloswine. While Piloswine is immune to Thunder, it's slower and it gets 3-KO'd by Hidden Power Water, putting the pig in a bad spot if it switches into a Hidden Power Water. Magneton gets a number of switch-in opportunities against these teams because they run Mr. Mime and Haunter, so they really dislike Magneton. Rest and Sleep Talk give Magneton actual longevity when repeatedly switching into Pokemon like Haunter, Hypno, Mr. Mime, and Gyarados. Rest and Sleep Talk also let Magneton absorb status moves from Pokemon like Mr. Mime, Hypno, and Blossom. Rest Talk Magneton is a great option on offensive teams that need a Psychic and Normal check, provided you have Pokemon that can check Piloswine and Nidoqueen. Gyarados and Hypno are good partners, since the former can counter Piloswine, while the latter can check Nidoqueen. Blastoise also works since it checks both ground types. When compared to other electric types, Magneton's Psychic and Normal Resist are its most valuable trait. Lanturn and Ampharos can sometimes struggle to switch into Mr. Mime with spikes up, whereas Magneton is always fine against it. Magneton has one unfortunate downside that tanks its viability though. Ground is one of the most popular attacking types in GSC UU, and Magneton is 4 times weak to it. This means boosted Scyther and Pinsir can easily OHKO it, and Magneton is the worst normal resist against Hidden Power Ground Granbull. While Haunter can trade with Granbull thanks to Destiny Bond or Explosion, Magneton just kinda has to die while it hits Granbull hard with a Thunder. The tier's ground types all easily OHKO Magneton with Earthquake. While Magneton can break Piloswine with Hidden Power Water, Nidoqueen is faster than Magneton and runs a Moonlight, making Magneton very unreliable at breaking it. Quagsire is also neutral to Hidden Power Water and it easily OHKOs Magneton with Earthquake. Magneton faces competition with Ampharos and Lanturn. Ampharos' higher special defense make it superior at switching into water types, and Lanturn is better at breaking ground types due to its Stab Surf, as well as better into water types due to its water resistance. Lanturn is easier to fit on teams, since using it doesn't require Piloswine or Nidoqueen checks as badly as if you are using Magneton or Ampharos. Magneton also faces competition as a normal resist from Haunter and Omastar, who are both better against Hidden Power Ground Granbull and Nidoqueen. Magneton becomes worse at checking Pokemon when it is asleep, and it is often forced to run Rest because of its speed and special bulk. If Magneton is asleep, then it only has a 33% chance to pull Hidden Power Water against Piloswine. Overall, Magneton is a decent, albeit flawed Pokemon that only fits onto certain kinds of teams. Magneton's history in GSCUU is very similar to another electric type, Ampharos. It started off pretty good, then fell off in the late 2010s, and resurfaced when Piloswine became popular. Magneton's drop wasn't as severe as Ampharos' was, though. Magneton was a popular option in the early 2010s, mostly because of its normal resistance. Hidden Power Ground Granbull was much less common at the time, so Magneton was better against it. It also checks Psychics and Waters. Just like Ampharos though, Magneton sharply declined when people realised just how good Nidoqueen was. By 2018, people thought Nidoqueen was a borderline mandatory Pokemon, and it dominated Mag. It had Moonlight, and because of its bulk, it didn't take much from Hidden Power Ice. Magneton's only hope against it was to try Crit It on the Switch, which was very, very unreliable. Since Nidoqueen was so common, people didn't want to use Pokemon that were a liability against it. Magneton dropped off hard as a result. It sunk lower and lower in viability and usage every year until 2022. 2022 marked the return of GSCUU's bulky electric types. Piloswine had skyrocketed in usage, so much so that Nidoqueen had sharply declined. Piloswine might seem worse for Magneton than Nidoqueen since Hidden Power Ice is neutral against it, but a simple switch from Hidden Power Ice to Hidden Power Water proves the opposite. Magneton is fairly reliable at breaking Piloswine when spikes are up. Beyond ground types, not much can stand up to Magneton, so it has a place again. Magneton isn't an amazing Pokemon, but it's perfectly fine.